Donald Trump is running new ads on cable news, but don't worry, you're probably not going to see them. Those of you in swing states, you are probably being bombarded every day with political advertising. Again, don't worry, you're probably not going to see these ads. In fact, you're probably not going to see them unless you live within walking distance of Mar-a-Lago, because they're being run in Palm Beach County, Florida, which is not a swing state. It's not a flex state. It's barely a part of this election, and yet his new ad campaign is running there. Now, this might seem like a bad campaign strategy to reach voters, but it is admittedly a very good strategy to meet one voter where they live, and that would be Donald Trump, because that's the entire point of this. Sam Stein of the Bulwark reports, according to a political operative familiar with the purchase, the ad, which we don't know what it's going to look like, is slated to run on CNN, CNBC, Fox Business, and Fox News. It's a full court press. The spot is 15 seconds long, and apparently it's going to cost about $47,000. Now, they say, now it's not just about Donald Trump being at Mar-a-Lago and being able to see this thing. This is more about keeping the donors happy than the principal. There's a lot of donors in Palm Beach. If spending $50K gets us $5 million, that's a good return on investment. If it makes the boss happy too, then good. Sure, yes, this is about these donors. So these are donors who donate millions of dollars, and they are so small-minded and smooth-brained that just seeing a 15-second ad will lead to them sending in checks for millions of dollars. No, that properly describes one man who's going to be sitting at home watching TV for roughly 21 hours a day and wants to see his face saying things. That's what he wants. That's what they're buying this for. It's super clear. And in case you think that this is like a one-off, Sam Stein reminds us, Trump aides have made similar investments before. Back during the 2020 campaign, they ran $400,000 worth of television ads on DC cable so that Trump, who at that point was occasionally in the White House, could get a psychic boost from seeing his ads. Quote, "We want members of Congress and our DC-based surrogates to see the ads so they know our strong arguments for President Trump and against Joe Biden." And that's the best way that you can communicate that to your congressional allies, is on CNBC. Have a meeting with them. You already are having meetings with them. No, this is just such BS. Look, they have a difficult job. They have to play to this guy's tiny, fragile little ego, and he just wants to see his face talking at him from the TV. But of course, they can't admit that, so they have to pretend. And by the way, I just want to remind everyone that the $47,000 to this, it's not a big part of his spending or whatever. But the bigger part of the spending is itself a problem. We put out a video on this yesterday, but just in case, it's being described, his campaign, when it comes to fundraising and spending, as a governance nightmare and a donor money black hole. A former GOP consultant said anyone who spent time reviewing his campaign spending reports quickly concluded they're a governance nightmare. No one could possibly know how it was being spent. And so we know how $47,000 of it is being spent to stroke his tiny little shriveled ego. The rest of it, we may never know. Probably going to end up in his bank account.
Thanks for watching our video. Did you know that you can support our show by becoming a subscriber? Just click the subscribe button and also ring the bell so that you get notifications when we're live or when we post new content.